I am continuing with my application process for curating for master's degree at the Zurich University of the Arts. And for curation, I am curating myself and reading everything that I can about everything that I feel like really about this program. So in my past video, I went through the brochure and I read these. So I'm gonna look at the rest of the pieces of the website and then on a couple of links that I have saved here, just to have a clear picture of what am I signing up for, because I have very high confidence that I will be accepted. Right. So we got shared projects because there's nothing on the agenda. Games, fights, encounters. Small project for coming communities. Queering the exhibition. Shared exhibition with ZHdK Flaming Star. Mass Diploma Exhibition 2018. On curating project space, decolonizing art institutions. Performance and live stream with Omsk Social Club feat Punk is Dada. Speculative curating with Christian Fall Naes. Symposium, I guess, decolonizing art institutions, Kunstmuseum Basel. Speculative curating with Johanna Bruckner. A real-time auction as Utopia Friday 13th, January 2017. Speculative curating with Donatella Bernardi. A Butterfly Pages Saturday, okay. Panel, work, migration, memes, personal geopolitics. Parallel event of Manifest, that must be interesting. I mean, everything feels interesting, but I just want to review first everything and then decide which ones spark my interest the most right now. Panel, work, migration. Okay, did we read that? We did. How we lead now, art system, workflow, and creative industries. That's very interesting. Symposium, curating in feminist thought. Parallel event Manifesto 11 on curating.org, work, migration, memes, personal geopolitics. Very, very interesting. Involvement requires perception. 11 ways to get involved with art and social space. And it is just advertising. It is just ephemeral. You print it now. Alongside the exhibition project, they printed it in Kunsthalle Zurich. Okay, Control Shift Plus, a joint exhibition by students of the International Cast Mass program. Unsetting the setting, playful, playing, plying, squatting, operating, owning, occupying, or rather, curated by Miriam Bayerdorfer, beautiful last name, huh? At Dorothy Reacher. Dorothy, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Gasthaus zum Bayern Museum Bayerngasse. Third, fourth, fifth spaces, curatorial practice in new public and social digital spaces conference. Migros Museum für Gegenwartskunst. Okay, ooh, we have here, is it a little bit weird? HTML. It's a weird code, right? And I don't know if if this would help. No. Anyway, public space, Helvetia Place. Okay. Guys, I can't really see it. Exhibition as video library. Curating Degree 0 archive revisited. Editions ready to print. Concept Dorothy Reacher under okay. Archive of shared interest temporary communities. Interesting, temporary communities. Same difference, sculpture in relation. Ready to trade trailer. On curating issue 5, the making of. Okay, I want to see the latest one. I'm not the big fan of games. I'm more a big fan of applying games theory in creating the new world order. Yeah. But sure, games. the dog in there. Okay. All right, let's see. March 2020. All right, cool. Exhibition and mediation a project on art and activism. The exhibition assembles the politically engaged practices of artists and practices of activists whose work is directly concerned with taking up political positions and engaging in interventions, groundwork, and various forms of activism. The exhibition aims to become a contact zone where different publics are invited to actively negotiate what has to be done and in what way. The project will take place at the On Curating space. Okay, so the space is actual location and elsewhere in March 2020, and will include an extensive event program with various encounters, series of talks, lectures, and discussions as a way of examining these intersectionalities and sharing an expanded public space. Okay. All right. Oh, I like the list. Cool. I have the list. Okay. I think I want to go into the diploma exhibition just to see what are the diploma options there are. Uh-huh. Very nice. Very nice seating spaces. I like. Okay, so it's like in a video format. Postgraduate program in curating takes part in diploma show. The presentation exhibition assembles booklet of mass projects. With a video work by Christine Falsnias. Okay. I wish I could watch some videos. Maybe like links to YouTube would be really cool. You know? Project space, decolonizing art institutions. That's very interesting. Okay. Maybe bigger photos would be really nice. Okay, artists list, curatorial team. We invited artists to react to our short concept. React to our short concept. All the comments, concepts, and responses will be published as one issue on curating.org. And all concepts and images could be printed out on Curating project space. Nice. Once published on Curating, in principle, everybody could everywhere set up her own exhibition. That's very nice. Art institutions, fairs, and museums in Western countries are likewise being called upon to reconsider their ways of addressing their public, and not solely because, in the face of the diverse migration movements, cultural processes are in a constant state of change, as G. Spivak pointedly observed. I want to see who is that Spivak. Culture as such is something that exists in a constant movement, in the merging different formats, contents, messages, and heritages. Gayatri Chakravorty Spivak. It's chakra, come on. Spivak. What people call trans culture is culture as it happens. Cultural life is its own counter example. Transculturation is not something special and different. It is a moment in a taxonomy of the normality of what is called culture. To assign oneself the special task of cultural translation or plotting cultural translation has therefore to be put within a political context. We saw that. We already saw that quote before. I do want to see this person's work. Affirmative sabotage. Ooh, that feels like me. Okay, I'll watch it later as I'm doing manual work of a kind. I usually like to listen to lectures and videos while I'm doing something else, online or offline, or making art. Okay, so going back to the this page. Where else we want to go? Speculative curating with Christian Falls. Nice. Ooh, video. We love videos.
First of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Max. I want you to choose an artwork and bring you in a close position to the artwork. I'm Max, and I want you to take position in front of one artwork. Please. Take position in front of one artwork you see. And now, talk to the artwork.
Yeah.
Talk to the artwork.
Great. That's amazing. Talk to the artwork. Oh, I love that. Pour some tea for myself. Observe. I'm wondering what the conversations.
The features of the face, and it is looking from above, and that's why it reminds me a lot.
I like. Oh, movement! That's amazing. Yes. Okay.
Like that, and try to paint something. Just feel free to paint whatever you want to do, and I would like that you describe what you're painting while doing it. So first, point your finger like that.
I'm doing that.
And then, second step, start to paint.
Oh, I know what I'm painting. I'm painting my mark. Cool. Look, these are the kind of happenings I want to be producing. Okay? I like anything that has to do with body movements and interaction of people and art, and people with each other as well. Okay, I'm chewing on a cacao piece, like literally 100% cacao, which I like to intake. And I'm gonna just continue reading. Which year was that? Would love to see the year. You were inside of yourself. Wonderful. I felt a little bit shy or uncomfortable. Amazing. Speculative curating. The postgraduate program in curating has invited artists for a series of interventions in the space of Minkers Museum for Gegenwartkunst, its collection and its depots. The artist's intervention promised to provide us new ways of access, new ways of seeing and interacting, new ways of institutional critique. The students of the postgraduate program in curating and an interested public engage with the artist and within the workshop to review or re-envision the museum and its products. Questioning spaces, behavior patterns, formats, and to review the politics of display and collecting. Speculative curating, in cooperation with Minkers Museum für Gegenwartskunst 20th anniversary. Christian Falls-Nice. Christian Falls-Nice performative works are based on the interaction between the audience and the artist. Firmly rooted in the art history of performance, Falls-Nice strives to develop an art that is focusing primarily on the context in which the work is created, the rituals, dynamics, the models of behavior that come into play in highly codified social fields such as the art world. His work revolved around the issues of identity, authority, and submission. As fundamental components, False Nice engages in generally unprepared exhibition visitors in participatory designed performances that he documents on video and subsequently shows as a compilation of selected sequences. Unforeseeable and uncontrollable elements constitute the hallmark of False Nice performances. He works neither with professional actors nor with an exact script, but rather leaves it up to the audience to decide how to carry out his instructions. His works has recently been exhibited at Manifeste 11 Zurich, Kunsthalle Vienna, Kirstengesellschaft, Hanover, Hamburger Bahnhof, Berlin, Centre Pompidou, Paris. All right, cool. I like. How we leave now: art system, workflow, and creative industries. Okay, I'm gonna read first and then watch the video. Francesca, okay, we have the names here. Then reading theory and relating to own experience, a group of students from Lucerne University of Art and Design, MA Fine Art and ZHdK postgraduate program in curating did produce Seen Together with author Renata Burkhardt. Okay, and then you have the post-production by our truly Ronald Kolb and the concept by Dorothy Richard and Sabine Gebhardt-Wilk. So is it like I'm wondering if it's a project that is like a graduate project or it's like in between the studies or during the studies it's been produced. Very interesting to know. It's like work in progress or it's like a complete completion work. Okay, let's see. And it's interesting to see the "and" being in the beginning of the sentence of the paragraph. And in the cultural field, where the myths of genius, originality, and autonomity are still significant factors, the term industry is still regarded today, 60 years after the late publication of the Dialects of Enlightenment. Wow, that feels great to look at. Frankfurt School philosopher. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this later. As not much more than dirty word, industry dirty word. Yeah. Thus the question arises as to how could it happen that with only a small shift from singular to plural, from culture industry to creative and cultural industries, this conceptual brand has now been reinterpreted as something like a promise of universal salvation, not only for politicians, but also for many actors in the field itself. Gerhard Ronig. Okay, let's see. 11 minutes? No, we're not gonna watch the whole thing. Yeah, 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm producing this video knowing that nobody's gonna watch the full thing, probably.
It's a bar, remember?
Unless they're students.
You can also take a chair.
I have to. It's like you're fooling yourself and myself. You can't be free from gallery and bias, but at the same time depend on private support. I find this is a bit hypocritical.
That's quite tough. Just rules of power. But did anybody tell that art business is a chocolate cake?
It's not about you. It's about your representation. About piling up social capital. Always mention your network, your contacts, or be so spectacularly crazy that others feel they have been elected of your craziness.
But I really cannot complain.
In the daytime from Monday to Thursday, I work on my paid job. The work offers structure and earnings, which are crucial for the projects and further education I invest in with what's left of the week.
With my part-time job, I finance my living and studies. I don't like the job. Whenever I immerse myself in my projects, I have to interrupt myself and go to work. I want to find an interesting job, fitting of my studies, but I have no time and no energy.
Yeah. It's one of those problems that we're going to be
Between
dealing
to
with
work
on New
German
Life.
teacher and in the evenings as a DJ at clubs. I'm doing 4 different jobs.
Because new coin, cryptocurrency is the future of
They don't to
creative
the obviously
income.
unclear formulated application and realised that it concerns a temporary usage. I excuse myself for the obviously unclear formulation and writes and specify that project, white space, concerns a non-commercial project. The official immediately...
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, if we think about art as something to do for commercial purposes, that's no longer really art, it's the industry. And we don't want to feed the industry, right? So, with New Life Solution, we are creating an ecosystem of creatives that will leverage each other's work and feedback loops with each other, as well as create data sets, basically, like train algorithms that would be beneficial for organizations to basically license the data that they receive from that information shared. And that way, the money that these corporations will be investing in this data will be distributed between and among the participants, meaning the creators of this social network. Anyway, it's funny how I'm thinking about the solutions that we're creating as I'm watching these videos, and I apologize that, you know, I'm not really critically looking at this from that perspective, but more like, hey, there's a solution here. Okay, it's just advertising, it's just inferior. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, honestly, I want to look at all of them, but I don't have energy and time for that. I just want to have like an idea of what kind of projects you guys feel that are presentable. You know, it's 2016, like 5 years ago. It feels like old. You know, I would love to see like more contemporary, like meaning like recent things. But I also understand those are probably pretty rare, and not that they happen every month. These kind of exhibitions and projects. Me from like a producer perspective, like, hey, isn't it every month? No. I used to produce events every single month with balanced fashion, and you know, it was really draining kind of thing, curating these events and variety of different topics, including the future of, you know, the industry of fashion and applications of technology in the fashion world, and curating panelists to participate. Sometimes I wouldn't be even inside of the country where I would hold an event, and I would do it remotely and have a moderator that I would assign, and a whole team would be working remotely while the events are being successfully held and produced. Okay, so it is just advertising, and you have the photos. Interesting that it's like you can't click on it, so you have to wait for it to change, which is not really cool for me as an user experience. Okay, so these are the names. We, the group of students and lecturers of the postgraduate program in curating, led by Dorothy Richard, have invited artists to participate in the upcoming issue on Curating.org, accompanying the exhibition. They printed it at Kunsthalle Zurich. The exhibition deals with current and historical ephemera, invitation cards, press releases, inserts, and other formats of artistic self-marketing. Interesting, very, very interesting. The text for this issue will be provided by Kunsthalle Zurich, and it will include self-advertisements by the invited artists. The printed versions with all text will follow. We're publishing the advertisement inserts section as a preview right now. Interesting, very nice. It's like collecting those objects that are considered as advertisement for artists into one issue is a great idea. This 27th issue of On Curating is dedicated to artistic ephemera. Ephemera not only serve to announce an exhibition, but they are also the material evidence of a performance. Yeah, that's a good point. Or the work itself in sense of conceptual art. their classification becomes unclear and the categories are blurred. So it is not surprising that institutional art collections have tended to avoid exhibiting such materials until recently. Ephemeral production by artists occurred into 60s and 70s. Suddenly, all formats of exhibition making, of the distribution and production of invitation cards, press releases, inserts, and other forms of artistic self-marketing became part of the reorganization of the art field. Ephemera editions and invitation cards were seen as specific interesting objects. Right, the art object itself and the collectibles. Whenever I would go to exhibitions and I would really resonate with the exhibition and really enjoy it, I would take whatever leaflet, or pamphlet or, piece of merch, as I call them, and I would collect them. And I have a video on Instagram where I go through that material that I've collected and I mark it. So I put a mark, like a brand on it, as a confirmation that I touched it and I collected it and I curated it, and now it becomes art piece, frameable. So I really resonate with that. They didn't only offer a space of self-representation, they also made art available to everybody. From its revolutionary beginnings to its acceptance as a new genre, this kind of work is endangered today. Invitation cards are vanishing. They are being replaced by email, Facebook invitations, Twitter, and other fluid digital news, for sure. The interviews are contributed by Kunsthalle Zurich. On the occasion of the exhibition, they printed it. Invitation cards, press releases, inserts, and other forms of artistic self-marketing. Guys, another thing about that, it's also environmentally not so friendly. So we could see how, this can be changing as well in the art market, same as in fashion, that all these materials can be printed on biodegradable pieces of fabric, for example. It's just an example, or on recycled, upcycled papers, or even we would use old materials and old, created pieces of data, and we would basically put it as a new aspect and reprint it, paint it and reprint it. As part of my big project on creating basically the new currency example for us, I am taking all the receipts, all the leaflets and pamphlets, and all the different kinds of, again, merch that I collect from places that I visit, again, including all the receipts, pieces of paper of receipts, and I create art from them, on them. And right now, as I'm recording this video, I'm looking at my layouts of this art, which you will see in my portfolio as well. So that's a very interesting aspect of kind of upcycling and recycling what we already have and presenting our work on the pieces that has been created and to be disposed. Leftover. That's very interesting. Leftover. SSWP. We don't have a picture. Oh, we do. Good. 2009. Wow. White Space Tour. Is it a gallery, White Space? Left over, left out, left in. What is the value of left? Are we talking about that? Great. I just literally shared what I'm working on with the leftover, and here we are. Okay, what is the value of leftover material from artists' actions and performances? Can relics retroactively acquire the status of work? Great question. What happens with installations when the exhibition is over? The exhibition series White Space in the White Space throws light on the meaning, value, and function of leftovers, the surplus, the rejects, in the art business. Yeah, cool. Artists articulate their positions with new and recycled works, as well as in the video, as well as in video interviews. Each evening, new works and videos are added. This series is concluded with statements by curators who discuss the notion of leftovers from their performances. The artist went into the basement in order to discover, like Traveler, the things that had accumulated there over the years. Nice. I love this kind of work. The materials consist of the rests and remainers from his actions and works that had found their way into the basement. Sandkeller finds and unpacks them before then either packing them up again or bringing them out of the shadows. Yeah. What takes place in the lower floor is both a verbal and nonverbal dialogue, a journey through various ideas, works, affiliations, and actions of the past years. Yes, I love that. Upcycling our past work. The artist evaluates and sorts the objects according to their importance and meaning. In white space, the objects are charged with new presence in their current constellations, and they connect with each other, transforming previously autonomous leftovers into one single leftover and one single exhibition object. Yeah, love that. It's a very long text. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. New social sculptures. Sandkeller. Shared project. 2012. Wow. Kunstmuseum Thun. Nice. When Sandkeller was invited to exhibit at the Kunstmuseum Thun, he passed the offer on to Marianne and Fritz Keller, who own his early work in its entirety. Wow. Already back in 2008, you see how the topic of archive is real here. Yeah. Already back in 2008, the two dedicated collectors converted their private residence in Königsner Bern into Museum Sandkeller. Wow, I want that. Can somebody transform their residence into my museum? In the Enter project space, the Kellers are now presenting personal selection of drawings executed by Sandkeller. Wait, is it the family? I'm imagining, right? Probably. During his childhood and adolescence, along with excerpts from his diaries. Nice. The exhibition provides very personal insights into the creative beginnings of the artist. Meanwhile, known for his conceptual and ephemeral projects, Sandkeller often uses fictional persona in his works to contemplate meanings of taken actions in society. Very nice. Our show will address the theme of the family as a small social unit acting within a larger social system. What is the relationship between the public and the private sides of life? Do the works executed in a private context change when viewed through the new perspective afforded by museum presentation? Nice. It's a very good question. And most importantly, does our knowledge of the artist's later success shape our perception of his early works? Oh, what a great question. What an amazing question. Yeah. I'm sure it does. That's what I'm doing. I'm future casting. So I'm imagining myself as the most epic new life artist, out there in history. So I'm remembering that. And from that perspective, I'm creating my artwork as if the most valuable thing is every single thing that I own and that I've created and that I put my hands on. Okay. Yes. Curating a degree 0 archive revisited again. Another archival thing, right? 2006. Curating degree 0 archive is an archive of material donated by critical curators, curatorial groups, artist curators. It was initiated by Dorothea Reacher and Barnaby Drabble. In Zurich, it was reinterpreted through interactive interventions by Kristen Boyer, Elizabeth, names. It was displayed in a program mobile project called Trailer. Nice. In order to be consistent with the kind of critical material that participating curators have made available, the Curating Degree 0 archive tries to preserve an open character in its narrative structure. The arrangement is not immutable. Rather, it will travel from institution to institution and in collaboration with the host institution, constantly change and expand the selection of positions represented. Nice. Wow, I like that. Ephemeral also, a little bit ephemeral. It's like you wouldn't be able to show exact same way because from institution to institution, the presentation changes, the context changes. And the fundamental idea behind the archives is to enlighten, to bring together information that is difficult to find and then make it accessible. Very cool. The website will make a navigational structure available to users of the archive as a basis for scholarly and practical research. I like that. That's why I'm creating this video. Same, scholarly and practical research for both participating curators and for other members of the operating system of the art world. Wow, I love that operating system of the art world. The archive is not intended to establish a self-contained narrative, but rather to present a range of divergent positions in order to provide a framework for and shed light on the context of the work individual curators who wish to be critical and political. Nice. With that in mind, the contradictions that became evident in an overview of divergent practices seem fruitful to us. We want to allow these contradictions, fissures, and rifts to stand and to use the questions that arise from them as an opportunity to gain knowledge. The concept of critical curating is inherently not a unified one. It is subject to constant historical change, just as the discursive formation of the visual arts is subject to constant transformation. In this context, the making of exhibitions should be understood as a practice that produces, influences, and alters the object of which it speaks. On the one hand, we take critical curatorial practice as it relates to the curating degree 0 archive to mean an orientation around content that addresses political themes such as feminism, urbanism, postcolonialism, and the critique of capitalism and the mechanism of social exclusion. On the other hand, we are interested in finding ways to go beyond the structure of the white cube and classical exhibition formats. Oh yes, please. This can take the form of interventionist practices, questioning the arts world operating system, the new ways to impart knowledge processes. Oh, nice. There's also a website. Let's see. It's in German. I'm not going to try to read it, but I appreciate the fact that there is a website, a page for that particular thing. Okay, further in the game. Is it yours or ours? Let's see. Is it 2014? Oh, beautiful.
Hi. Hello.
Okay. What's next? Nice! Yes, give me dancing on the streets. Great. Yes, I'm in. Great. Dancing on the streets, that's what we do. Yes. Great.
Comfortable. So maybe I try to
What?
highlight some of the
I like.
aspects.
Global, because your
I would do that. I would cut people's clothing.
Yeah.
at the same time when you have done something like the graffiti performance is something that gives tradition and
Cool. I'm in. Reconstructing fashion.
you feel related with the tradition. So you're working in a local
It's amazing. Okay. So anyone could contribute to each piece, right? I would like give out a garment, and it will be part of that big piece of everyone's contributing a garment. That would be nice. Okay, let's read it. Sorry, Corona is real. Okay, historical time, huh? Yeah. I'm feeling well, by the way. It's fine. I'm fine. Who owns the public space? How can we formulate in it claims and contradictions? How do alternative utopias develop? And how to transform community strategic alliances in Russian, and movements? How do artists formulate claims to participation? And how do artists intervene in Cape Town, Hong Kong, Bern, Zurich, Berlin, Cairo? There are circumstances that do not tolerate social and political procrastination. Nice, that's true. They bring people together for a rally in a public or digital space. People gathering for a demonstration are driven by an energy characterized by a mixture of optimism, demand, movement, and persistence. Depending on the intensity and the urgency, they have a positive celebratory character or a disturbing driven one. The location of the rally in the public space is thus also addressed and exposed as an area of appropriation. There we go. Appropriation. The digital space is similarly the medium and means of communication that co-produces spatial practices. I want to know more about what we did with the clothing cutting.
I think is it also a metaphor for that the question and answer is a way of kind of undressing you conceptually, revealing you?
Nice.
It's a kind of a vulnerable position. So if you
Oh no, is he gonna completely get naked?
also take off
Oh my god, Europe, I love you.
certain meaning. So of course it's also a way to get rid of that.
It's kind of related to the cut piece from Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing this.
The whole piece actually, was she also totally naked? She wasn't.
I haven't seen it at all. I don't think there is a recording of the whole piece. There's only these couple of photos that you see everywhere. I don't know. I think that piece would be very difficult to do with a female body, for example. I think it's only possible because a male artist. The history of subjectification of women.
Okay, there we are.
And yes, you said that you are
Dorothy is making the last touches. Good, okay, I don't know if it's good to post on YouTube. I'm just gonna, because I need to like check for children, and I don't know if... I love, very much so.
And this whole questions related to identity and what kind of performative roles do females
Same
take
difference,
in order to
culture and relation. Okay, let's go there. 2014. The concept develops through, I'm going to skip things. A concept develops through separate interventions within the subtext of critical reference to the terminologist social sculpture, Joseph Beuys. In relational aesthetics, Nicholas Bouraud. Okay, I want to know more about the relational aesthetics, because I know about Joseph, but I don't know about this person. Let's see. 2 minutes only. Modern connections. Oh, I'm gonna watch. Thank you guys. Okay, same difference. Sculpture and relation is play on words, and proposal for sculpture is transformed into a relational space for activity through process relating artistic interventions. The invited artists in Skileren are asked to sound out site-specific possibilities and create participatory sculptural playgrounds, putting the exhaustless potential for transformation to test, differentiating similarities and joining the disparate, intertwining social concerns with artistic strategies and thoughts. Same different sculpture in relation is a dialogue encounter between artist and audience that is bound to engender direct experiences of exchange that hold additional benefits for both sides. Okay, eat art, sculptures. I'll read this first thing. This curatorial concept for the Kunstkammer Schlieren intends to explore the notion of sculpture and its potential for transformation. The AZB, an artist collective bringing in the early 1980s and beginning in the 1980s and located in the site of this historical gas works in Schlieren, has since 2005 contributed to the cultural life in Zurich with its independent exhibition space, which forms the background for this curatorial undertaking. Okay. Let me see more student works. I want to see more student works. Let's see. If I go back shared projects. There we go. What spikes my interest? Involvement requires perception. Let's see. 11 ways to get involved with art in social space. 6th March, 27th March 2015. I want to... Oh, no, wait, I can expand. You see this button? Oh, nice. There we go. Oh, I can click to the right and, yep, see the whole thing. That's nice. Yeah. Could I do that for all of them and I just noticed that? Is that correct? Probably. It's a lot of photos. Okay, what's up? What's that? Okay, we got the names. And we got, in order to expose the broad scope of ways, motivations, and payoffs of getting involved with contemporary art, the postgraduate program in Curating has invited 11 project spaces and curatorial teams to the Gasthaus zum Baden in Zurich. By reversing the evocative slogan of artist Antoni Mundatas, perception requires involvement, the exhibition title aims to allude to the close relation of social awareness, knowledge, production, and image circulation. The intention is to show various ways by which the discussion of topics relevant for today's society is translated into the sphere of contemporary art and back. Each curatorial initiative is given one of the 11 rooms at the Gasthaus zum Baden. Each of them will elaborate their creative approach in dialogue with an artwork. The term artwork is understood in a broad sense, stretching from objects of social sculptures and other experimental formats. All 11 participants are self-organized and as part of the exhibition are asked to provide an insight on how they run. Cool. I think one more and then we'll move on. Control-Shift+. I like 2015 Gasthaus zum Baden Museum Badengasse. Let's look at the big. Yep. Guys, this is not a great photo. Those qualities of photos can be improved. You have Natalia now, so the quality of photos can definitely improve. Artists. Okay, let's go. Control-Shift+ is a joint exhibition by students of the International Cast Mass Program in Curating at ZHdK with their individual artists. It will show a variety of different artists practicing from photography to installative works to video art and performance pieces. The exhibition was not intended as a group show, but all of the works loosely dealt with topics of controlling of societies and territories and the shifting of the meanings of places and things. Nice. Control Shift Plus. I like. Okay, I think that's good. Let's go to the master project. I'm wondering how much time I'm gonna spend on this. As it is already pretty early in the morning, late, early, whatever, morning time. Mess instead of explaining, I like. A foresight of many worlds, nature, care, and commons. A society of nature, I like. Memory of forgetfulness, cute. Corporate art collections, nice. An ode to adulting. New term, new norm, ha. Tobias Gottman, How the Wild Flowers Grow. Tracing transgressions, subversive political art practices in post-Soviet. That's interesting for me. The Entropy Gardens virtual reality installation. Assemblea Mother Tree, cool. Out of Hand. Cesare Pietrusti. Comunio. Detours, Elizabeth L. Berle. Distance Restructured. Life is of the best. This is not a commercial. Yeah. Casa Mondiale in the Casa. I will be your idol. Ooh, nice. Slightly disappeared belonging. Displaced belonging. Art empowers an innovative format of mediating art. My grammar and yours. Bio art archive drawer, absence of the authority. Again, we have like a mixed up here. Error, yeah, that's what we have there. 404 cultural code not found. I like that. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be opening those that really spike my interest. Guys, I cannot see what's going on. Maybe I can move things around still. No. Oh, yeah, look at us. Yeah, that's it. Ooh, a lot of works, huh? Okay, down. Perfectly boring. The aura of the gas station. Bio art archive. Okay, we saw that. Let's fight prejudice with art. Flowers dreaming the elevation. Legends. What's cooking? Curatorial rearrangements. Cute. Alt space escape. I want to see what's that. Occasionally human, a curatorial research on sociality. Lesbos falafel. The nature of packaging. Ooh, it's interesting for me. Open house Zurich architecture is a subject. Oh, let me take my hair up. Subject of exhibiting. Disturb comfort about context and perception. Country Focus Colombia. Short film festival. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just read it on my own quickly because I'm much faster when I read by myself without reading it out loud, and see if there's anything else that I want to open up. Yeah, no, if I had all the time in the world, I will definitely look at everything, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's see the first one. Society of Nature, I like. Mess instead of explaining. Corporate art collections. To adulting. Memory for forgetfulness. New term. I think that's it. Distance restructured. That's it. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so this one I can't expand, but I can navigate. Okay, technology has been providing artists with new ways to express themselves for a very long time, and over the past few decades, art and technology have been become more intertwined than ever before. When it's whether it's through providing new mediums to work with or simply making the process of creating simpler, or about reaching varied and vaster audience. With every new interface, technology is allowing more human interactions merged with technology to intervene in our day-to-day lives. My work explores this paradoxical situation that we now stand in. We're increasingly becoming more dependent on technology to simplify our lives, but of course, this comes at a price. The price being the constantly surveillance of our lives and our needs and desires, which in a way digs deep into our vulnerabilities, for sure. The situations that we are now in seems to be a one-way road to further dependency on technology and more investigation into our personal lives. Whether this is what we desire or otherwise, it is happening. Looking at the example of the panoptic structure discussed by Foucault in his book Discipline and Punish, my work explores the idea of surveillance, discipline, and in the current context. Since the structures are already in place, is it only in our best interest to make optimal use of them through accessibility? Can we position a part of change? Yeah, I get it. It's a good thoughts. Swati, good thoughts. Makiko Takahashi. Okay, let's go. Online exhibition. June 2016. Wow, long time ago.
A web-based exhibition, Old Space Escape, aims to transcend physical restrictions that conventional exhibitions have, such as time, space, and distance. This exhibition has no physical walls that restrict the amount and the dimensions of works to display, no fixed period or opening hours you can visit, or no travel required from where you are right now if you have a device connected to the internet.
It's like any website,
conventional exhibitions, the unique openness with clear in and out, without any hierarchy or identity. The internet would be described as today's heterotopia, non-place, or third place.
Ooh, she's mentioning Marshall McLuhan, who I've been studying as well, Understanding Media, the Extension of Man, 1994. Very cool. Okay, let me read this. Based on the manifold another word that you guys used before. Based on manifold research and practice on web-based curatorial approaches, this online exhibition aims to transcend the physical restrictions of conventional exhibitions such as time, space, and distance. The subject of this virtual exhibition space is based on the proposition that humans innately have a desire for other places, and art has taken a role to mediate this desire, right? It's cool. This merely to say that the personal and social consequences of any medium, that is, of any extension of ourselves, result from the new scale that is introduced into our affairs by each extension of ourselves. Marshall McLuhan. Okay. Contributor. Okay. Cool. I mean, definitely.
Be somewhere in real, illusionary utopias, realities in different situations or combinations of those. Engage with knowledge production in cooperation with artists or artworks, especially in regards to improving accessibility to the knowledge produced. There are multitudes of
accessibility to the knowledge produced, for sure. Nature of packaging. So much to say about this topic because I've been studying that for the sustainable fashion world and the materials. So I get it. So they're researching. Is it just photos? Or is it a presentation? Can't read it well. Okay. The artists duo Missing Icons, selected from 5 applicants, transformed the gallery and the neighboring public space to a space of thoughts and open discussions about the worldwide rising of packaging waste. For sure. 2016 still, huh? In order to, guys, I can't read when it jumps. In order to facilitate a dialogue with the inhabitants of Berne, the artists used to industrial overproduction Tetra Pak to manufacture unique artifacts. Tetra Paks were collected and transformed by turning them over. Okay. These sculptures then were photographed and afterwards put into relation to the public space again by performance or gesture. Gallery visitors could throw the sculptures from a balcony to the lively street. That's cool. I would do that. Give me things to throw. I'll throw them. Agustina Stugman. Okay. Reflections on artistic services, performance, and the institution. Okay, I'm gonna read with accent today, just because I want to. Video interviews based on the thesis, performance art and fundraising gala, a look at the art world's experience economy. With an increasing number of event-driven performances occurring in the contemporary art world, this thesis examines the gala event in contemporary art and how it merges fundraising with performance art. Performance art is particularly suited to fundraising galas because it provides a one-in-a-lifetime experience for the crowds that supports culture. When artist is invited to direct a gala and create a performance, how does the stage of the gala affect the creative process? Or will the artist create the critical piece or something less challenging and more entertaining? The gala raises the questions as well. How does an artist deal with institutional commissions? What does it mean for the artist to be critical with the institution? How do artists feel about performance art becoming more mainstream? If asked to do a performance for a gala at an institution, what would they do? These are all questions posted to artists in the video reflections on artist services performances in the institution. A video that furthers the discussion on the artist service provider, the artist's role as service provider, in the context of institutional commissions. Where's the video? No video. Okay, I have this mosquito that I'm gonna kill now. Okay, I just killed the mosquito. Because I'm really tired. There were a bunch of mosquitoes that were flying around, and I just ignoring them, just doing the thing, like that, like waving. But at this point, I'm gonna start killing them because I'm tired of them. Okay, Ariana Guidi, Society of Nature. Oh no, too much text for me personally right now. Okay, let me just read this part. But then there's a publication page with them. Okay, I'll try another accent, okay? My eye follow the shape of the trees throughout a horizontal line parallel to the ground from right to left. The feet follow my eyes, the body follows my feet. What lies in front of me is an encounter with dialogue, constructing image by image, giving shape to it. What do I see? What do I hear? Nice, so it's like more recent, huh? Back to the accent. Society of Nature is a curatorial platform that assembles multiple perspectives through art and design agencies. It claims to create awareness of diverse human and non-human knowledge, interrogating forms of representation both in digital and in physical space. It is conceived as experimental fieldwork, a space to coexist, cooperate, and exchange ideas by turning our gaze toward the terrestrial, the view from our body. Nice. Can we become society of nature by unveiling what already exists, rethink image production through the testimony of nature, forms of art and design, and thus becoming collective producers of our life? For sure. For sure. I like. No, you know, these people, I want to follow them on their social media, you know? Yeah, I do. And we have the email. Good. Have the website. Guys, I wanna see this website too with you. Society of Nature, Vika, Facebook, Instagram. Okay, let's go into our space of Instagram. Beautiful. We'll follow, why not? Okay, well, I got this. Let's see one more. Do you like my accents? I'm gonna keep reading with different accents, okay? Practice. Okay, Maya Bamberger. Mess instead of explaining. I like that idea. Mess instead of explaining. Curatorial statement. My curatorial practice is dialogical and rooted in the belief that artists are the first key to the art, while simultaneously acknowledging that no one works alone, unless you're Nataliya.ai. I'm kidding. It has some still evolving foundations, and it is in the process of metamorphizing in response to the clashes into each other and to specific social context. It often grows out of constraints, self-reflexivity, and criticality in the search for uncovering hidden structures operating on us in disguise. It's a lot of text again, guys. Born in the same year as me, though. Okay. Okay, let's read this part and then we're gonna skip. The first foundation is simply and yet often taken for granted art. It is the decision that the curatorial follows the art. And not the other way around. The decision to be with art, look at art, and avoid imposing anything that is not inherently there. The second paradoxical foundation is the acknowledgement that art is rarely inherently anything. My practice is always part of the curatorial complex of the exhibition's materiality and its political and social context, as suggested by Wiebke Groenemeyer. The social paradox fueling my practice is assisting in the public in making sense of art and helping the art affect the world while at the same time not to surrender to the pretension of a coherent understanding of the works and being aware of my position as an agent in the current power relations in the field. I expose my ignorance and boundaries of knowledge which yields, on the one hand, a more situated language, and on the other hand, constant research to broaden my horizons. Cool. I don't know. I see a lot of explaining. I don't see much mess. Alina Baldini, Corporate Art Collective. No, like this accent is the same as the other one. Let me just try something else. I want to see close up. No. My bibliography shows the span of my interests from organizational people development to corporate art collection and curating contemporary art. How curating and mediation can make art inspirational for employees? Can art education and corporate art collections inspire more engagement around the company's mission, bring employees closer to the art world in general, and ultimately contribute to growth of our cultural heritage. The scope of this paper is to explore the importance of art education with reference to corporate art collections. My background is in human resources, which means in my case, people in organization development, how we relate to each other, and how our thoughts and behaviors shape the context we live in and how we are shaped by it. I am more and more convinced that in my work, what matters is the most is to convey a purposeful message which include tool and education that need first of all to be curated to make an understandable and useful, and this activity of curating a narrative in way more engaging when God, it's a very long sentence, y'all. Is co-created with the people or the public in case of art that are recipient of the experience. My main purpose with this paper is to connect the lifelong experience with my lifelong passion for art. My research question is whether the purposeful and curated art education can, on one hand, inspire employees according to companies' values and mission, and on the other hand, increase their interest toward the art world in general. In 1969, Peter Drucker made famous definition of knowledge economy to indicate an economy system in which the production of goods and services is based principally on knowledge-intensive activities that contribute to rapid pace of advancement in technical and scientific innovation as well as accelerated obsolescence. Psychologist and art researcher, nice. Lives in Basel. Cool. I know. Good stuff. I just don't want to read the whole thing. Ode to Adulting. It's a contemporary. I'm stopping with my accents. Okay, it's too much energy. So it's a contemporary contemplation of adulthood within and against my myriad of backdrops. Adulting is observed through films, through stories. Those stories whose stories draw on the poetry of coming of age, being of age, and the latter part of agehood, where often it seems a realization of failure and or misguidance in the performance of adult are had. What is this? Oh, Zoom. Nice. Oh. Okay, I got it. Go further. Memory of forgetfulness. For forgetfulness. My curatorial research involves an ongoing interest in politics and the ways in which art and politics intervene with one another. As a curator, I attempt to shed light on Middle Eastern artists and put together exhibitions that stand as a platform to open dialogue and conversations within the region as well as abroad. Cool. Got it. Next. Daniela Hedinger. New term, new norm. Feminism. Womart.com. Womb. Is feminism still a term that is for all the aims of the feminists the right one that days? Or keeps the term itself some problems as problems for women, even if they should be seen as problems of the whole society? It's a good point. Yeah, no, I have a lot of very specific thoughts on feminism that I don't want to like go further into that right now, but I found out that all kind of feminism are fighting for equality, and my question were, what kind of equality? What means being equal, right? Equal in what? I came to conclusion that it is about the value. To have the same value in society as human beings, as others, and some hierarchical levels. Right. Cool. No, stuff is good. Stuff is good. Ooh, just one from 2018. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay, we're getting closer to the end of this video. Nicholas Abuhi. Distance Restructured. 2019. The exhibition Distance Restructured displays the work of the Hong Kong-based artist group Triliteral Lab for the first time in Europe, resulting in a space-filling installation in Zurich. What is the structure of distance? What is how distance perceived and reworked through artistic world? The exhibition Distance Restructured seeks to find a new and widely interesting way to curate audio composition, visual choreography, and give performance artists unusual source material to work on. Through this collaboration between the original artworks by the Hong Kong-based artists and the reperformance of Berlin-based artist Sergei, the concept of sheer geographical distance, which results in cultural and sometimes artistic difference, will be rethinked and restructured. Cool. Yeah, what is distance? No. Okay. All right, cool. I am done with reviewing some of the master's projects here, and I'm gonna move on to degree show 2021. Oh wow, so a whole Zoom call. Guys, I want to watch all of this. Honestly, I do. But not on this video. I think I'm just gonna do it by myself, like, and then just review it on my own, or in a different video, because I do feel tired. And you know how definitely the energy changes as I feel tired. I realize that reading out loud is actually very energy consuming. Like, it would take me probably like 25 minutes or so to review all of this if I didn't read this like I'm reading it now. Very cool. But definitely interesting stuff. Very interesting. I like the design of this. Okay, you have all the names here. Ooh, not many people, huh? Not many people. Excursion to Tel Aviv. Cool. I would love to go to Tel Aviv with you guys. Can we? Very nice. Guys, I'm excited. I need to be with people. Like, look at that. This is what I would create too. We would meditate together and dance together, and I would like record you guys. No, very nice. I'm gonna review this. I'm actually gonna put that in my notes to review. Left to review, and I'm gonna close this for now. Then I'm just gonna, put this here just so. And then degree show 2020, I'm very curious. I'm just gonna do this as well here. Oh, don't need to. Okay, yeah. 2020. Nice, I like the design. Ooh, beautiful. Ooh, textiles. Give me those textiles. Where is home? Good question. You see, I like this more than what I saw before, but I have no energy right now to review this. I'm very curious about all of that. I'm very curious. All right, these we saw. I saw that in the list of shared projects. Same? Oh, what? How did that happen? Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, you see, it's a beautiful website, but also it's a confusing website, right? Let's be honest. Games, fights, encounters. Oh, right. So it's a compilation of all the projects. I get it. That's cool.
Project space and a postgraduate program in curating. But before looking into the various choreographing the public events, we wanted to briefly mention another exhibition which we did as a shared exhibition at the On Curating space in March. This exhibition is called Games, Fights and Encounters, and it's more kind of a project series and an event series. And it wanted to assemble the political engaged practices of artists, curators, and activists whose work is directly concerned with taking up political positions and engaging in interventions, groundwork, and various forms of activism. The exhibition aims to become a contact zone where different publics are invited to actively negotiate what has to be done and in what way. You see here, like the poster, prepared quite a vast event program with a lot of events, but then collaborative exhibition.
Okay, yeah, no, I want to watch this separately. Definitely feels like a good thing to review. Let me just go further. Talks. Just want to finish this website, looking at this website. Okay, so there are separate talks for each. Who are these people? Critically. Oh, this is all curatorial talk. Democratizing curating, very nice. Is it all on, let's see if it's all on YouTube. If you have like a playlist, I would definitely save that. No, it seems like it's on this platform, Vimeo, right? But I want to go there.
Thank you very
How
much.
do I go there again?
Dorothy, thank you, Ron, for keeping the conversation on for a number of years now. So I feel very moved by this generosity.
There we go. So I'm wondering if I can. There we go. Look, 291 videos, Dorothea. That's a lot of videos. So very cool. Wow, that's amazing. But I understand now everything is like basically digital or phygital rather. We can absolutely can. Oh, look at them, people wearing masks on video. Why?
Biography, and I would like to introduce you.
That's not cool. Because they're like in the same location, but still. Guys, I'm not gonna be wearing masks. That's one big thing.
Or as one that derives from the history of morals, how does it change the ethics of society? Yeah.
Cool. All right. This is something to save as well because it's part of the education. I recognize this is important. Historical. I'm wondering why you chose Vimeo and not YouTube, which is interesting. I like that choice. Excursions. Oh, so exciting. Everything that has to do with in-person, experiences. Venice Biennial, and then you have Basel, you have Tel Aviv 2020, the Athens, workshop curating in social and Hong Kong, Vienna, Berlin, Stuttgart. Very nice. Istanbul. Let me check out the Tel Aviv one. This is amazing. You know what I would love you to do next time for the information session? To walk me through this website and, to kind of like see what's your highest excitement, what you enjoyed the most, so that I can kind of like shadow that on my own later on. We're looking at excursions. Oh no, we already looked at excursion. Alum. Oh, cool. All these people. Let's see how you present. Ooh, cool. How do you present those profiles? Nice hat. We have the websites. I constantly wonder how one appropriately edits content. in a world of governed by lists? Ooh, I like that. It's a good question. I'm glad that I participated in the postgraduate program Curating because it allowed me to critically engage with my curatorial work. For my thesis, I realized solo exhibition with Margaret Honda at Triangle France in Marseille, titled Sculptures. Nope, not working. Tumblr, though. We have the whole list here. And I'm imagining that's not everyone, right? Why did you choose to feature certain ones? And oh, cute. And you didn't feature others. Why didn't you put the dates when they graduated in their social media accounts? Cool, though. I mean, very interesting to see who's there. Art empowers. Cool. All right, I am feeling quite complete, but there's more. Then we have PhD in practice, practice in curating. Okay. Lots of people, PhDs. Very cool. I'm applying for masters, and then who knows, because I don't feel like currently this is what I need. Curating on the Move conference, contemporary art biennales are homogenic machines and states of emergency. Taipei, information curating on the Move. Traveling workshop format, international curatorial workshop set up with the respective partner universities. Nice. I like that idea, but I don't have energy to read further. Contact. I mean, I'm definitely gonna just copy that because this is always good to have. And then we have curate a legal notice. Let's see the legal notice. I hope it's okay that I'm posting this on YouTube, but it's unlisted for now. Related institutions, very cool. Cool, very cool. Good network. On curating.org, which is, I'm gonna have to review it as well later on. Tune. And I kind of want to see it now for a second. So it's like online magazine, right? But also print. Oh, Darcy, you're the executive editor. That's nice. Yeah. Very nice. Life mining. Cool, I get it. That's fun. So you just publish students' work, I'm imagining, right? Ooh, ecological singularity. Definitely. Whatever that means. Sounds like truth. The forest. Amazing. Very nice. Good topics. Borders and forms. Very, very relevant. Moscow. I see Moscow here. Oh, yeah. Push it out. I don't know this one was incredibly weird. Scary. You Russians, what up? You know how to be intense. All right. What is this? CDZA. Site nicht gefunden. Not surprised. Okay. Okay. I think we are complete. Let's go back to home. I'm wondering what was here. Did I miss something here? No, because you have shared projects, you have talks here, you have own executions. So I like it. It's like an integrated page. It's very nice. Applications are open. Next stocked after the summer break. Newsletter. Oh, we have a newsletter. Great. Yeah, I'm in. That's it. That is it. I am done for this video. I'm wondering how long was that? It's like an hour and a half. Thank you for being here.